So this is the Jasmine brand here in Elite DC Mag with the beautiful Melanie Fiona.
Hi.
How are you today?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Good.
Good.
Okay, so let's just jump right in and
Let's
talk
jump
about the
right in.
album.
Yes.
I know other people have asked you already, but you got to tell us what's the album about. What can we expect from it?
The album is about life and the many areas of life, the highs, the lows, and that's why I named the album the MF Life, just because it's it's the ups and it's the downs. You can't have one without the other.
That's MF
as in
I like cursing, so this kind of excites me.
do it.
The motherfucking life.
Yeah, hell yeah. I can't say it because my mom will get mad, but that's okay.
Shoot.
That's okay. She's working, Mom.
Yeah,
she's working,
yeah,
and her
you.
mom, she's working too.
Yeah.
But it is, it is sometimes when you're on top of the world, that's how you
Right.
feel. When you're in the bottom of the barrel, that's how you feel too.
Right.
So it's about celebrating it all, and that's the one thing that I've learned, and I feel like I've channeled all of my energy into when I have trying moments, and to keep myself grounded and to just celebrate it and just be okay with it.
Do you, I guess, write or perform better when you're going through something, or are you able to? Are you a Mary? Are you a Mary J. Blige? Where we used to get the best work out of her when.
Man, when you're going through something, that's just the way it is. Though
Right.
always with life, like when you are going through something, I know pain and anger are like the keys to if you're creative of an outlet. Joy and love is an amazing thing as well, but. Man, I could write the hell out of an angry song if I needed to when I'm angry.
Yeah.
Or like, when I do, I channel my frustration and my need for motivation, and I try to write songs that are motivating and that help me kind of talk shit in a way.
Right.
In a way
Your
that
mom.
I'm talk stuff.
I'll say it. Talk shit.
Help me get through it, and to know that other people need that kind of motivation and inspiration as well. And so that's how it is. Just like when you're going through something, you can just channel it. When I'm angry, I can get on stage and have the best show just because I take it and I channel it into something positive.
What do you prefer more, writing or performing? So is there ever a situation when you can't connect with the audience, or they're just kind of staring at you?
All the time.
Well, what do you do?
You just keep doing what you do. You just know what you're doing is what you're there to do, and I love to perform, and my job is to get these people to break the ice. So everybody's always scared. Sometimes you get in front of audiences and they're real reserved and they don't want to, but as a performer, it's your job to loosen them up and make them feel okay with rocking out. The reason why I love performing more than writing is because writing is such a personal, very intimate, private thing where no one gets to see, and performing is your expression to the people, and the moment they get to connect with you face to face and feel that energy. So I feel like that's the defining moment for when people really believe in an artist outside of just listening to them on wax. So.
Okay. So you're from
Toronto, Canada, yeah.
But your folks are from
Guyana.
Okay,
yes.
So how is that growing up in compared to being here in the States now? I know you visit. Do you go back home often a lot? Or?
I don't get to go back home often, which sucks. But my family is super supportive. My family is of West Indian Caribbean descent, and Toronto is a super multicultural melting pot of that.
It's like a little New York to me.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
It really is. And so it was very easy for my parents to keep their culture, and for me, I was the only one born in Canada to live in that traditional food, music, culture, upbringing, all of it, minus the tropical weather. So it's a huge part and an influence in what I do and why I do what I do. And like at
How so?
At my shows and my albums and my music, there's always a little reggae influence. Because I just gotta give it up for my culture. It's in me. It's just in me. I can't hide it. I can never dim that, and I'm super proud to rep that.
Okay, where do you reside permanently? For the most part, I know you're.
For the most part, right now, I'm giving LA a try.
Okay.
I was in New York.
Okay.
Prior to that, I was in my suitcase, and right now I'm on a bus.
Okay.
But
so you're trying LA out.
I'm trying
LA out. Too grounded for LA.
You know what? Where I'm at in LA is like not LA.
Okay.
I'm like
it's the remix.
It's the remix. It's the beach. It's the hippies. It's the people who enjoy their tree huggers. I'm with those. I love the hippies.
Okay.
I can't get involved in all the. I need to be in a city, whether it's a community or a major city, where people enjoy their city.
Okay.
And where I'm at in LA by the beach cities, people enjoy the city.
Okay.
As you go east of the 405 and you get into like LA Hollywood, then people are just moving and using their city, and that's not my style.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I read that you like Lady Gaga.
Yes.
What's that about? I like her too. She does her own thing.
I love Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga does her own thing, exactly. And truly, like, she's extravagant and she wears these, you know, outrageous costumes that people may think is like hiding something. But strip it all away and put her in front of a piano, and she's gonna sing the hell out of her song, and she's gonna play it. And that's real talent. You know, people don't recognize that she grows up from a performing arts background, and like she's a real talented artist.
Yeah.
So I love Lady Gaga for being a pioneer, not being afraid to like just be herself, really.
Yeah. I read somewhere else that you said something about you weren't really feeling the image that young girls are seeing in the media.
Because young girls are now of the mentality that you have to be overtly sexual, or you know, fame comes from having a sex tape, or fame comes from having naked pictures floating around the internet, or if I send the boy this picture of my naked body, he'll want me more. And I'm so old school, and I'm just of the belief of like, leave something to the imagination, make him work for it. Don't give it up like that, because if you give that up so fast, you're giving up your command of your own self-respect.
Yeah.
Because I don't care what a guy says, the minute a guy gets a naked picture of you, if that fast, he's gonna immediately. He knows what time it is, and he's never gonna treat you like the girl that he's gonna work towards. Guys like the chase. It's the end of the story. So when you give it up to them that fast and you leave nothing to the imagination, you've given up your right to basically stand there and hold your self-respect.
Right.
So I feel like it's so important for young girls to like. It's okay to not do what everyone's doing. It's okay to not, you know, feel like you have to give up whatever makes, you know, give up that piece of yourself that makes you feel uncomfortable, or that you don't want to share because you're afraid your reputation. If you feel uncomfortable about doing something, don't do it. And it's okay. It's really okay, because there are people out there, there are guys out there, there are people and friends and other females out there that are about the same mentality, and it's just finding that crew of people that's going to help preserve your self-respect.
Okay, on a shallow note. Offline, and I told you I'm going to ask you this. What do you think about the whole Mr. C thing? I gave you time to think about it.
Listen, I think, Mr. C, I think you got to live your life for you. I mean, whatever it is that has happened to you, whatever pain it has brought him, I feel terrible for that, just because it's a tough thing when you go through your life publicly in the media. That's hard for anyone. And, you know, I feel like he's going through something real heavy right now, but at the end of the day, he's just got to live his life for himself and just be who he is. And, you know, your real people will be with you at the end of the day.
That's true. Last question, speaking of love life, do we have one? Silence. Okay. All right, so it was nice chatting with you. When is the album going to come out?
The album comes out summer-ish.
ISH, sometime this summer.
So I like to say early, mid, late Indian summer. We're going to find out what's happening with Universal with that. But the album, The MF Life, is coming. I promise. Better late than never. Never late is better, right? Shout outs to Drizzy. And until then, live your MF life. Thank you so much for having me on here.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hey, what's going on? This is Melanie Fiona. You're checking me out on the Jasmine brand with my girl, Jasmine. Keeping it real in all the latest and greatest in music and life. Until then, live your MF life. I'll see you guys. Peace.